I guess if you're going to give Kirk Cousins yet another crack at this team and extend him with yet more guaranteed dollars that pays him like the Super Bowl championship quarterbacks get paid, right? Or people who you think can win Super Bowls get paid. I guess if you're going to do that, the idea of having the head coach be the guy in his ear, in his face, in his meeting room, in the film, and being somebody who's known him since 2017 and has an autographed jersey from him saying maybe we'll meet down the road at some point. And as we all know, his departure from Washington to Minnesota was sparked by 2 franchise tag years. As a matter of fact, that's when Kevin O'Connell showed up, was in Kirk Cousins' second and final franchise tag year in Washington, D.C. I guess the guy you want to hire as your head coach is somebody who just won a Super Bowl, having been on the staff of a guy who has now become, what, the modern-day coach maker? Right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants everybody wants them a Sean McVay.
They get head jobs.
Correct. Okay. McVay was with Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur, and those guys have now Zach Taylor from the Rams staff takes the Bengals to the Super Bowl. You want to take somebody from that staff. Brandon Staley has got the Chargers in a spot now that I think the Chargers are in a very good spot right now.
Oh, you had them, what, number 3?
Four on my top 5 teams in the AFC. Correct. Yeah. And I guess you take somebody from that staff who knows Kirk Cousins and can bring an offense that he is bringing from the Rams that you plugged in a longtime NFC North quarterback into, and tons of throwing yards and tons of W's in the NFC North, but no significant W's. No primetime W's. Shying away in big game W's.
Keep going.
Have I described Matthew Stafford in a way, right?
Yeah.
Prior to the year. Even in the middle of last year when the Rams had that midseason swoon.
All right, that's
right
fair.
when the Titans came in and spanked them around.
That's fair.
With Adrian Peterson at running back. Everyone's like, yeah, Stafford still can't win the big game in the middle of a season. And then he's now a Super Bowl champion with a new contract and an AT&T commercial talking about his victories.
Great commercial.
I agree. It's a funny one.
Kirk had a good year last year, guys. I know we slag on him,
but this is why you go in this direction.
He had 33 touchdowns and only 7 picks.
So that's why you go in. The Cousins MO is 100% can wing it around. You like that. All of that stuff can get you 4,000 yards, can get you a lot of touchdowns. But when it's time to win a game against Aaron Rodgers, see ya.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
More often than not.
I know Trey said yesterday that wins and losses not a quarterback stat, but you want to guess what Kirk's career record is?
500, right?
59, and 2.
Yeah, so right there.
Yeah.
Average.
So you're going to bring a guy in who comes from a staff that has just churned out one dynamic young coach after another and has just won a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford. And I know we can argue skill sets. Stafford's better than Cousins. I get it. But the Cousins MO is tons of yards, not enough wins in big games. Can't win the big game. Shies away from the big moment in the spotlight. Throws more interceptions than touchdowns. 500 quarterback. Is it the system? Is it the teams that he was on? That's why I guess you hire Kevin O'Connell. And his answer was he brought in his staff. They looked at the film and they said, that's the guy. I guess then they turn around and say, what? Let's give him another guaranteed year.
Give him 70 more
an
million.
An insane amount of money.
Guaranteed.
Send the pen to the Hall of Fame because he keeps setting records for that sort of thing.
Man.
You like that?
Yeah, he does.
Right? Captain Kirk, there he is. Signing again, and you're like, okay, they're going down the same rabbit hole in Minnesota again.
Yeah.
unless this guy comes in and brings a whole new attitude. I mean, Zimmer's attitude is we're running the freaking football, and if you start throwing it around, I'm going to hit you. Literally, I'm going to hit you like
Buddy Ryan?
Like Buddy Ryan. I am going to, I'm going to threaten to turn you into Kevin Gilbride right now. Yeah. Clearly, he didn't do that, but that's the vibe that you got, right?
Right.
A little bit.
Like, we're going to take Dalvin Cook, and if he doesn't touch it 90 times.
Like, what are we doing?
It's going to be a problem.
Why are we doing this? We're going to play defense. We're going to run it. And do not let that guy make another freaking mistake. Otherwise, we're going to throw down. And now you're going to have Kevin O'Connell who's going to be like, okay, you're accurate. Let's ride it. I'm looking forward to seeing this for the Minnesota Vikings this year.
You think Kirk Cousins has a house with 12 bathrooms?
Look it up.
He could afford it.
I mean, it's made a lot of money. I'm just wondering, like, what the bathrooms did.
I know this, Rich. I was telling Chris, I'm on not a group chain, but I have 3 friends that are Viking fans, so I text them during the interview to be like, hey, your coach is on.
Yeah.
Throughout the years, all 3 of these guys have nothing to do with one another in different parts of the country. They are all opposed to Kirk Cousins as their quarterback.
I know they are.
And they're not happy right now when I sent them this.
I know they are. But let's see if Kevin O'Connell's got the answer. And if not, then move on. And you've got a guy who knows how to win, I guess, from where he just came. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.